Okay, in today's video about QNT, first we are going to do a short-term analysis and see what is happening in this area and what might be next. And then we are going to zoom out a bit more and talk about the overall possibilities starting potentially from this low right in here around, let's say, $55. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones, and let's just dive in and see what is happening in here. So if you remember the last time that we talked about quant, we were around this area and I was saying if you want to be bullish, then okay, I guess you can find a series of 1-2s in here, meaning this can be, if I just take this one, 1, 2, and then we're gonna have wave 3, 4, 5 in here, followed by that possibly another 1 or 2, but on a lower degree into wave 3, 4, 5. Excuse me, there we go. And also let's change the colors, there we go. And this could be potentially another 1 or 2, and then soon we're gonna get a decent move on the upside in QNT. So what happened? As you can see, we are still consolidating, and I'm going to tell you maybe this 1 or 2 is not going to be in play anymore, because in this move down in this phase we went extremely close to this low right in here. Now I'm going to argue maybe in QNT we're gonna have a 1 to about here. However, this whole move down can be into our wave 2, and after it's over we're gonna get a decent move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And what is going to be the invalidation point for this scenario? You know it, taking the lowest low down here around $120. So as long as we're not taking that low, I think we can still remain relatively optimistic in QNT in the short term. In the mid to long term, do not get me wrong, it doesn't really matter what's gonna happen in this area one way or the other. We are looking absolutely 100% bullish. Now in terms of classic TA, meaning support and resistances, well, okay, these are very classic moves. What happened in here? First, from this region we went up above this level, followed by that did a pullback and then a continuation of the move up, which to us it meant that this thing is going to now act as a support area. And you can say, well, okay, in here we reached to about this very important resistance and then got a rejection, and maybe this wasn't actually our break and pullback phase. Instead, this whole move is going to be the break and pullback phase, and after it, what's going to happen? Probably a continuation of the move up. Doesn't really matter. The point is, at the moment, we are stuck between these two very important levels, and breaking each one of them can mean a very different thing. If you see a move up soon in quant, in order to go above this region, pullback, and a continuation of the move up, meaning we break this level, at that point the road on the upside is going to be much more clear, and I'm willing to bet that our move up is going to accelerate for quite a bit. Now here's a very important point. On the other hand, if you see a move down in QNT, in order to go under here, do a pullback, and then a continuation of this move in order to take this level and confirm that we broke this level once more, okay, at that point we're going to say maybe this corrective movement is just going to take some time. Doesn't mean that we're going to be bearish. No, I want you to fully understand that no matter what's going to happen in this area in QNT, we are absolutely bullish, because in the long term, we talked about this thing so many times. I fully believe that in this bull run back in 2021, we are having an extremely clear 5-wave up into a wave 1, and this whole move down to about the lowest low around $50 is a correction for wave 2, and after our correction is over, and here's the thing, I do believe that it's actually over already, we're gonna get a big move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So this is why no matter what's gonna happen in the short term, overall I am absolutely bullish in QNT, and I fully believe that in this cycle we are going to see a magnificent bull run in order to at least set an all-time high and take the highest side right in here around $450. Having said that, let's go on maybe H1 time frame actually and see what is happening in this area, and let's do an Elliott Wave analysis starting from this low. So here's the thing, from here going up in quant we can have many different possibilities, and I'm going to tell you what's gonna happen if we have maybe a consolidation in here and then another move up, or we're going to get, for example, a move down, and then after it, we're going to get a quick bounce back. First, let's talk about the most bullish possibility in the short term. We suggest from here, we're going to get a move on the upside. At that point, I'm gonna say, you know what, maybe this is going to be from here, a 1, 2, 3, then correction for 4, and this move up is going to be into wave 5, which on a higher degree, it might be actually into a larger degree wave 3, and then correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. Let's change the colors to maybe yellow. There we go. And even this yellow 5 wave up, you know it if you are a regular viewer, in my opinion, could be into this wave 3 and then correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. And I want to be very clear, I do believe that in this phase in quant, we are actually going to set an all-time high and take the highest side about $450. So this is our first scenario. What if we get a move down in QNT in order to actually get a break of this level and also at the same time take this low? Well, at that point, I want you to understand that the next target is probably going to be reaching to about the next important support area, which is all the way down here between 103 to about $109. And personally, what I would really like to happen in quant, if in case that we're going to get a break of this level, is actually to go and reach to around the lower band of this region, about, let's say, $100. Why is that? Well, that comes down to Elliott waves. You see, whenever we are having a 5-wave impulsive structure on the upside, something like this, usually wave 2 is going to be a relatively deep correction, and wave 4 instead is not going to be that deep and it's going to just take its time, probably more than the length of wave 2 timing wise. Now, when we say a relatively deep correction, it means that in wave 2 we can at least reach to somewhere around the 61.8% of the Fibonacci retracement. Understood? Okay, let's zoom out a bit more and use Fibonacci and see what are the levels in here. There we go. So here's a question. Where is the 61.8 level? It's right down here around, let's say, $99. If we see something like this in quant, meaning a move down in order to reach to somewhere around maybe the lower band of this level, at that point, I'm going to tell you, look, we are most likely in quant dealing with, if I just do this, excuse me, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here, and also this is another 5 wave up and this one as well, which means on a higher degree we are going to have, if I just do this, okay, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and then this corrective movement in quant is actually going to be on the same degree as this whole 5 wave up and on a higher degree. You're not going to believe this. This is actually much more of a bullish scenario relative to the previous possibility, because we're going to say this is 1, 2, and after our wave 2 is over, we are going to see an extremely sharp move on the upside into wave 3 and 4 and 5. Now, even on a higher degree, you want to remember that the lowest low in quant is actually not right in here about $55. No, the lowest low is actually this one in here around $50. And you see, I believe that this can be, we just do this, 1, 2, and this orange 5 wave up at that point is going to be into wave 3 and then correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. Now I know at this point you're probably sick of Elliott waves, but this is how basically Elliott waves work, and I have been doing this thing for more than 10 plus years, and I want to be very clear. I am not right 100% of the time. No, I'm just here trying to get it right 6 out of 10 times. Elliott waves basically is the tool to help me achieve that goal. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. In QNT, either we are going to hang around the current area some more and then afterwards we're going to get a continuation of the move up, or maybe we are going to have a move down in order to go under this level and break it, which at that point from here we can expect, let's say, about a 20% move down in order to reach to somewhere around the next important region. Now, I want to be very clear. It doesn't really matter what's going to happen in this area in the short term. One way or the other in QNT, we are 1000% bullish, and we are going to get soon a huge move up in order to at least set an all-time high and take the highest high around $450. And I think we're not going to stop there, and we're going to go quite a bit more higher than that. But again, if you're interested in the short-term price action, you should have, at least at the moment, your eyes on this very important level and see, are we going to get a breakout or not? As long as we're not breaking this thing, we can actually remain bullish just in the short term. This is a very, very important point. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in QNT's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.